knowledge being spread. It's like warm butter across the bread. Smooth, I know you like that. Flow with the grain and don't fight that. You want righteous love, you found the right match. With Mardy Mcfly, they on the right track. Yeah, gotta dig some dirt to plant the seed. Spread roots till you sprout like a tree. Donnie Jones, she the one you wanna see. Donnie Jones Live, this is where you wanna be. It's Donnie Jones Live, Donnie Jones Live. It's Donnie Jones Live, Donnie Jones Live. It's Donnie Jones Live.
Welcome to Donnie Jones Live with Donnie Jones and me, Mardy Mcfly. And, today is going to be an interesting show. Okay? Earlier in the week, Donnie and I had the pleasure of being interviewed by a wonderful radio personality and podcaster named Ashlee with 2 E's. All right? Ashlee with 2 E's. And we were actually being interviewed, but the interview was so engaging and fun for us that we said, you know what? We're going to take this interview and play it for our listeners on our show. You know? So what you're listening to is actual parts of our interview with Ashlee with 2 E's. All right? So turn this up and check it out.
What's going on with you? It's Ashlee with 2 E's in the building in this ghetto.
What's going on? I'm thinking about adding 3 E's, but no, I've been good. You know,
You've been good.
Okay, I've been safe. We got I was telling Mardy, we got our HBCU celebration today on all of our stations.
Yay!
Yes, so we're.
Okay, well, I want to celebrate my HBCUs also, but can we do something about the outfits on the drum line? Can we?
What? Oh,
be a little more. I'm a mom of a. I'm the.
Oh, you mean the majorettes? Like
yeah,
okay, got you.
I'm a little modest.
Go ahead.
They ain't dancing for you.
Clearly not dancing. Right. But I'm saying, like
when was the last time? When was the last time you was at the HBCU football game?
Why are you messing?
Okay, I'm saying, so why don't change the outfit? I like it.
I know he likes it. I know he does. But I'm trying to, I'm talking as a mom and an old lady, so just put it like that.
Would you think they should be out there with like long
just
dresses?
A little more, just more coverage. Just more modesty. That's all.
That's like going to a strip club asking a girl, "Can you put on pants?"
Okay,
I am a mother. Can you put on pants?
I didn't want to go there, but that's exactly what I mean.
But that's why
you bring the strip club up. That's exactly what I'm talking about.
If I'm going to the strip club, I expect to see women that are stripping.
Okay.
If I go to a marching band, black marching band, and you think the majorette's going to have dresses on?
No, just covered.
Just covered. Yeah.
Okay, for example, my daughter tried to go out the house the other day with some shorts on. She's had a growth spurt in the last 6 months. So things have popped out that maybe weren't popped out before. And the shorts, you know how you have that little
bit of fat right
at the bottom of your
that's too much.
I was like, you're not wearing those out.
That's too much, yeah.
Yeah.
Especially if you're not a majorette and you're not working.
How Donnie, you're not working. Donnie, how old is your daughter?
She's 14, and I was just like, it's appropriate. Yeah. So.
No, I'm saying, and I agree with you. A 14-year-old or someone that's just going in their regular, going to the mall, going to the store. No, you need to dress appropriately.
Right.
But now if you are in a organization that is performing, I'm saying it's a part of the outfit.
Okay, clearly I'm in the minority here, but anywho.
Okay, so I don't have any kids. Let me just put that out there. I do have nephews.
But weren't there certain things that mommy didn't let you go out the house?
I'm a grandma's kid, and hell no, there's a lot of things that I was not allowed to come out the house with.
All your skin had to be covered, huh?
Exactly.
Listen, my grandma is a Southern Baptist from Gilmer, Texas, nowhere in the middle of nowhere. So
and he's
very
a
much.
And we got
that's all I'm gonna say.
We got dancers in the church.
Okay. No, I got a question. Can your liturgical dancers dress like that?
If it was a unified thing, then we could talk about it.
Anyway, but guess what? That ain't the big thing.
But they shaking the booty for God, not for me.
Okay.
So Donnie, let me ask you this question while we on it.
Okay.
And then we're talking about HBCUs.
Yes.
Are you just as concerned when like Beyonce's wearing that? And like Megan Thee Stallion?
I am, definitely.
Okay.
I am.
But
she's
anyway. Not appealing to you.
But I love Beyonce though.
I like Nicki Minaj.
I can't go that far. See, there's Beyonce.
But see, here's a difference. There's a difference.
There's a Beyonce and Nick. I don't know.
Okay, Beyonce.
There's Meg Thee Stallion and Nicki Minaj. They're in a category. And if it's me, Beyonce's in a category. Beyonce, I don't feel like she crosses that line. She gets close to it.
Understand this,
but she don't cross it.
I like Beyonce's music. I like Nicki Minaj's outfits.
And what do you like about Meg Thee Stallion?
I don't know.
The body. Just say the body.
Okay. Other things, it ain't the music though. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
But the HBCUs, yes. You know, I'm a big fan of HBCUs. I went to Morris Brown. You know, when it was Morris Brown.
Yeah.
You know, not this.
Didn't they just get their accreditation back like yesterday? Yeah. No, for real. Like yesterday, they finally got their accreditation after 20 years.
I know. I'm just saying, I don't know why that was funny because we got to support our HBCU.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know? And guess who is a graduate of a HBCU? Our new vice president.
Oh,
I was like, I was like, you just, I was like, yeah, shit.
I was like, what school you went to? The high school? They got an HBCU high school.
And she is an AKA, and you know you can't talk to no AKAs for the next 4 or 5 years.
You know what? Exactly.
Yes.
They have no problem recruiting.
I didn't say it was Happy President's Day.
Yes,
that's how I feel like, you know,
every day is president, vice president, and I'm calling her president. I'm calling her vice president, if you know what I'm saying.
Okay, so you don't like the Madame Vice President?
I like Madame Vice President.
Okay.
I'm just saying, I'm calling her president and vice president.
Okay.
I'm hoping.
She
don't say it out loud. Don't say it out loud.
Don't say that.
Don't say
you
it
know
out loud.
You know what she's saying, right?
I don't.
Because she's saying hopefully. I hope.
I didn't say I.
You did.
I know what she's saying, but we ain't gonna speak that into
we're not
the
we're not gonna speak that.
Yeah.
I'm ashamed of you.
Like
You in the
this,
house
I
of
wish
God.
all senior citizens long health, if that is God's will, and if they are healthy enough to be healthy and performing their jobs long term, that is the best.
Yeah.
But if they can't,
You got your AARP card yet?
I do.
I was gonna say that her husband, he should really just go by Kamala's husband, or what is it, like second gentleman?
Yeah,
because the name Doug does not sit right with me.
Doug, no.
No, what's up with Doug? Tell me what's up with Doug.
I don't know, just the name Doug is like,
it don't sound like it's a, you know,
in a dance. Doug.
It's not a fly name. Yeah, it's not like Barack.
It's not.
I ain't gonna say what I want to say because we own people listening and stuff. But you know, she just look better by herself sometimes. What? I'm just, you know.
I think you can take the silence as like agreeance, but
yeah.
No.
I'm just,
no. Does that mean I look better by myself?
You look good. No, but no. It's a difference. I say this: some people match their spouse. Other people they don't match their spouse. You know, if you look at them,
he matches his spouse.
Are they equally yoked?
Well,
I think they are. He's a beast business wise. He ain't no pushover.
I can believe that, but I won't say they match on all colors, on all things. I mean, just one of those. Ain't nothing wrong with that though. I'm just saying they just don't look. They kind of look awkward together sometimes. Just me looking at it.
From the high yellow with curly hair, dude.
Yep, and married a high yellow wife with curly hair.
High yellow. This is God.
We got high yellow puppies.
What's going on in your world?
I love how you brought that up because Donnie, I just saw on your Facebook you put make sure your pets have flea and tick care.
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah. Okay, are we really gonna get into this?
Pets,
Let me tell you what happened.
Your pets
no, my pets are not itching. That's just it. So, I went to somebody's yard, right, and I don't know if they just did not know this. It smelled like animals. And they were like, "Oh, come inside," and I'm like, and you know, I just was like, well, you know, the trees are outside. It's cool. It's, you know,
let's go outside. I know what's
stay outside. Literally, I get back in my car, and I'm like, what the heck? There was 3 fleas on me. I was so mad, and
from the house,
fleas from
the yard.
House.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if it's a house or yard, but there were fleas on me, and I'm like, dude, because what happens is if you have fleas in your house or you get around somebody with fleas and then you've got animals at home and you don't get the fleas off before you get home, then the fleas get in your house and they multiply quickly.
Yeah.
So that's why I put that on my Facebook.
Yeah, I know
I'm
that.
like, how you don't know your animals got fleas? You got little
people,
you know,
things like that
a little
happen.
puppy in the background like this.
Okay,
Okay,
let me just say a few things, okay? Because that's kind of hitting me personally. And I won't
you got fleas?
No, I don't have them now. But I'm just saying, this is, I had some challenging time in my life, and but you really reminded me of something, and this is honestly a true story. I have, puppies, and me and my wife were separated for a good while, and I had a little friend over. Well, she came over late at night. I ain't tell her to wear no white pants. I ain't tell her to do any of that kind of stuff.
I know where this is going.
And I remember right before we got close to the good part of the night, she had to go use the restroom, and she went to the restroom, and she cut the lights on, and she had on white pants, and she saw fleas on her pants. And do you know this lady ran out my house, butt naked, cussing me out?
Yes.
She was in my front yard cussing me out, butt naked.
Yes.
And I'm kind of like sitting there though, like, what do I supposed to do?
It's funny you say that, because speaking of being butt naked,
speaking of being butt naked,
you segue like that.
Now, granted, I at my next stop, I got out my car and I was like, just like this, like just whatever, right? This was 3 hours ago. It's quick trip.
Oh, this was today?
Yeah, it was today. So I get out my car and I'm like this, just to make sure, but to make 100% sure I'm not bringing, but make 100%. I'm not bringing it. I'm gonna go around by my pool and just take my clothes off. And before
did you bathe?
I bathed this morning before.
No, I'm saying after you got with the fleas and everything.
No, tonight I'm saying I'm gonna take all of my clothes off.
Oh, you haven't done that yet.
You still got the fleas on her, is what she's saying.
No,
that's basically what she's saying.
No,
that's what she's saying.
No,
and she came in here. She came in here scratching.
No.
And I'm like, is that your eczema?
That's my eczema.
No,
my eczema.
That is my eczema. See, how the fleas gonna get up under my clothes? I scratched right here and I scratched right here.
Fleas are tiny. They get a little bit everywhere.
My God.
Look at your hair.
So anyway,
so I asked you that because I saw it on your Facebook, but I just got a puppy. A French bulldog, and it's hitting on my last nerve. But
what are they doing?
Congrats.
No, he'll be 10 weeks and like tomorrow. So he's just learning, and I forgot because the dog I currently have is 10 years old. So it's been a while since I had to train him and all that.
Yeah,
but he just last nerve, my last damn nerve.
You're listening to Donnie Jones Live with Donnie Jones and Marty McFly. And right now you're listening to an interview that we did with Ashlee with 2 E's. All right, we're going to take a quick break and we'll be right back.
Donnie Jones Live, Donnie Jones Live. It's Donnie Jones Live, Donnie Jones Live. It's Donnie Jones Live, Donnie Jones Live.
Hey, this is your girl, Donnie the Tree Lady, owner of Don's Tree Service. Don's Tree Service has been serving the metro Atlanta area for almost 20 years. I'm a certified arborist, and we are fully licensed and insured. Call us at 770-413-TREE. We give free estimates, and we don't charge extra for cleanup. Don's Tree Service, that's 770-413-TREE, or visit us online at donstree.com.
It's not too late to file your taxes. Don't be afraid to file, even if you feel you may owe, because this may not be so. Allow TrueTax to give you a free estimated quote based on minimum information required on our app. Please download the TrueTax app from Google Play and follow the prompts and choose Killeen, Texas as your preferred location. Remember to call Sunny at 254-304-9416. TrueTax and Credit Solutions, always true to price and service. When you file with us, you will receive a free credit profile cleanup and a free 1-document notary service. Thank you.
First, people got sick and I couldn't go to school. Then another police shooting. My mom and dad were upset. It seemed like they were losing hope. But then I told them, don't worry, there's still hope.
Manna Publishing presents the House of Hope Story and Coloring Activity Book. It's 44 pages of inspiration with coloring activities to calm your mind and redirect your attention. Children and adults can use this tool to relax, focus, and best of all, be inspired to find hope. Get your copy today at mannapublishing.com. Please, don't you dare go in there. Don't touch that. It's an emergency. Germs, viruses, and bacteria are everywhere. And today, it can even be deadly. Don't go in there without protection. Pro Spray, Atlanta's antimicrobial system works. We have a 2-stage process that cleans and seals. You can open your store, church, business, and have a safe home. We have the solution. A protective covering, disinfectant, long-lasting solution Pro Spray treatment. EPA approved, non-toxic, safe for families and pets. Contact Pro Spray Atlanta today. 833-776-7829. That's 833 Pro Spray. July and August special. Office 1,500 square feet or home 1,000 square feet. $349. EPA approved, non-toxic, safe for families and pets. Don't go in there until Pro Spray has treated your surfaces for your protection. Contact Pro Spray Atlanta today. 833-776-7829. That's 833 Pro Spray.
Now, back to more Donnie Jones Live with Donnie and Mardy McFly.
Donnie Jones Live. It's Donnie Jones Live. Donnie Jones Live. It's Donnie Jones Live. Donnie Jones Live. It's Donnie Jones Live. Donnie Jones Live.
Right now, you're listening to one incredible radio station, the one right now that you're listening to, with Donnie Jones and Mardy McFly. And like I said earlier, right now you're listening to an interview that we did with a great friend of ours named Ashlee with 2 E's. And like I said, it was so interesting that we wanted to share it with you. So we're going to get right back into it, okay? All right.
So Ashlee, what do you think about this election?
I was going to say, because the last time we talked was before the election.
Yeah.
And then, Georgia, y'all recounting ballots.
Represented. I know. Here's my thing, though. Why are we recounting ballots? Well, I guess because of local elections, but still.
But at the same time, for the presidential, I'm kind of like, why do you do a replay and you're still gonna lose?
Yeah.
I'm saying you're gonna really recount, and you want them to do hand.
It's to keep his people fired.
You want them to do hand counting over like 5 million? No, you crazy, and you still gonna lose.
Still gonna lose.
Even if you won Georgia, you still will lose.
Exactly.
Yeah. Did it surprise you guys when they said Georgia flipped blue? Like
that did for me.
Okay.
Yeah.
That did.
Because I've always known it as a red state. Like ever since I've been here, it's been red. So
yeah. And for me, it was just. I was surprised looking at the numbers because I was really like tuned in, looking at number by number by number, and I was like, well, Georgia's coming up, but I didn't think that it was going to surpass it.
Yeah.
That was just one of those like, nah, I think it's going to get close.
Well, when they started talking about the mail-in ballots and then I saw the number shifted, even before they called it Saturday.
Yeah.
And even when he was still behind it was that close and they had that much counting to do. I was like, oh, it's a wrap.
Oh,
it's a wrap.
I said that Tuesday night, Wednesday. Yeah. I got a little bit nervous when the numbers first started coming in.
Yeah.
I was a little bit nervous, but
I bet you
like,
they'll be doing mail-in ballots from here on out. But it's their own fault because their guy told them don't do mail-in ballots.
Yeah. My big question for Ashlee and for you, what do y'all think about him running again?
In 2024.
Yeah, 2024. Because that's one of the things they're saying he can gear back up and run again because his base and all that.
I will say this: when he first ran 4 years ago, I was like, no way, like this is a joke, like whatever. Like I wasn't even thinking about it as option.
Yeah.
When they declared him the primary candidate, I was like, when he won, I was like taken aback. So I won't say I will never say never, but it really is going to matter what happens these next 4 years if he can gain if his following is going to stay the same.
What do you think about the fact that he did get a significant amount of African American male votes? What do you think about? How do you feel about that? I don't know why
ignorant black people.
And I agree with Marty, but as a black woman, I don't understand I never understood his appeal. So without getting too deep into politics, I don't get why you're so.
I don't either.
I felt really one black African American male, that was a Trump supporter. He was a little off, and I kind of contributed that to that. He was a little off because other than that, and even with our conversations, he didn't know what he didn't know. Right. And you can tell when people only look at like Fox News and they believe all of that information because that's the only place that they're having information funneled through.
But as a person of color, how can you even watch Fox News and get something out of it?
What's her name? Is the Candace Owen chick? They're them. They're her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here's the thing that bothers me about Candace Owen. Sometimes you can watch her and think, oh, that makes sense. And then she'll have a brain glitch and you're like, she crazy. Like, it's almost like that bipolar relative you got. You know, for about 10 minutes, you're like, yeah, I could see.
You gotta go.
I could see that. Mm-hmm. And then they start talking crazy. You're like, oh, you didn't take your meds. Got it. You didn't take your meds.
Or you got paid. Or they just hit your cash app. And
that's true. I don't know. I think with Candace, she really believed that stuff. I really think.
But did you see the photo they shared of her, like when she was a teenager? Like the NAACP came out to. She was a part of some harassment thing where like white boys were harassing her in her hometown, and the NAACP came to her hometown and spoke on behalf of her, and she's standing behind all them. And this was when she was like a teenager. Wow. So between there and now, I don't understand what went wrong. Like what
money,
what happened?
I've done some things that I didn't want to do for some change. I got some bills.
Some strange for change.
You know what I'm saying? I didn't do much. So I'm sorry. You know, God know my fault. But it is one of those things where I can't understand, like we're going back to African American men, you know, and if anything, I would sit there and say that's fake news, right. You know.
Mm-hmm. I know an African American, personally know an African American man that is a conservative, church going, committed to his wife, good guy, completely solid, no mental illness that I know of.
That's probably why he voted in.
That Cheetos.
I just don't get it.
No, he got too much of a perfect life. He's about to snap.
But he's a big Christian, and he's like, I just can't stand with the Democrats because of this.
What denomination?
I don't know what denomination is, but he's Christian.
Because that plays a big part too. I'm saying just because you're Christian, you know, everybody is.
I'm saying he's like, you know, he's a believer, and he has
okay. I'm saying because sometimes.
I think it like you were saying, no, it does take play a big part because some Kojic Pentecostals are way more strict than like Baptist and you know, and it's
like, well, pro-life, you know, certain things trigger them different ways.
Here's what I don't understand about their term pro-life. You don't want abortion, but at the same token, once the kids are here, you don't want to implement any policies.
You don't want to help take care of them or anything.
You don't want to take care of. You don't want to take care of the poor. Yeah. And those are some of the tenets of the Christian faith is to take care of the poor and the invalid and the the needy. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and the immigrants. Yeah, and they stand against that, but yet they stand for this other thing. I don't get it. It's consistent.
Yeah,
I'm the same way because I'm very I'm just very outspoken on Twitter because in just different cities I've lived in, I've seen a lot of injustices like in front of my face. And there's a lot of supporters, you know, on the red side that are like, well, you just need to pull yourself up by the bootstraps and, you know, we don't need affirmative action. And, you know, it's like,
wait. You're going the wrong way, Ashlee.
No.
Wait a minute. Well, I do believe people need to do.
I do believe.
Go ahead.
I do believe that there are a lot of people out there that can do better when given the opportunity. Why are you messing with me?
No, I just know this.
And at the same token, we all make choices that are not in our best interest. For example, I have made a lot of stupid choices in my life, and it was me that had to make the choice to try to turn my life around and do better. So with that said, if you can Google WAP or how to, you know, whatever the latest thing is, you can Google how do you build a business? How do you become successful? How do you save more money? How do you manage a checkbook? So I feel like the information is out there, but we've got to do our part. Like you're a successful on-air personality, right? I'm sure you research, you learn, you're always working on your craft, you're growing your platform, you know, people know you all over the place, but you started with a smaller following than you have now. And it's growing because you're doing the work. There's people that want your results, but they're not willing to do the work to get your results. And that's what I mean.
Go ahead.
And I agree from one Black woman to another. I completely agree with Donnie. I think the problem in the cities I've been in is that they try to group all black people into one.
Right.
Because this black person is, and no disrespect because this black person is on welfare and they got 7 baby daddies, like that don't apply.
Everybody.
Everybody, but there's a lot of them.
That don't apply.
But I mean, he's right.
We just hang around them. I'd say this. Hard times fall on certain people, and certain people fall on hard times. And I think that's the biggest difference, because certain people, they cause their problems in their life,
right? And
they stay in that filth. In a sense, they get on welfare, they get on food stamps, and they stay there, and they say, "I don't made it." Other people say, "I will take these helps to move further along." To move further. Exactly. So it is a situation where we need, I would say, almost both sides of it.
We do.
Where you need the people that are trying to help themselves, but you need to encourage the ones that are like, "I'm cool." But there's a big.
But I got people in my family right now. We all come from the same mother and father, but one of them's out there stealing from people and being out of jail.
That's his life. That's his career.
It's a girl.
Oh, her.
Her. Yeah. So
is she good at it?
She's getting out of jail. Yeah. So we grew up in the same household with the same mom and dad telling us, "Get up, go be somebody, handle your business." And granted, there was a lot of trauma in our childhood,
right?
And some of us took that trauma and said, "I don't want to be like that." And the other of us took that trauma and was like, "Oh, I'm gonna be kicking it all the time. I'm gonna be half drunk, this, that, and the third, and I'm be still." My dad was not a thief. My mom was not a thief. Now they would be in the system a little bit, but not a flat out thief.
Yeah.
Okay.
This relative's a flat out thief, and me and my other sisters and brothers, like, I don't understand how this person's like this when we didn't grow up with parents that was, so it's a choice. You get the point, it's a choice.
Yeah. It's a choice, and everybody has to, make their own decisions, and they have different stimuli to foster that, and, got to go to the Bible for a second. But here's the thing about the talents and the 3 people, and one person got 5 talents, one person got 2, and one got 1.
Right.
And the ones that got the more talent, they flipped them. They was able to do more with them. Where the one that only had 1, they just buried theirs.
Yeah.
Some people have in them the ability to produce more, to create more, because that's a God-given gift.
Yeah.
A God-given.
And I will say this, and I'm glad you said that. I do now looking back, and I can accept the reality that there are some things I'm just really good at. But there are other things that I'm not good at, that I'm not smart at. And I have to learn in order to have a successful business. I have to learn. You cannot run a business for 20 years and not ever try to figure out how to balance a checkbook.
Right.
Yeah.
You got to do it. But I know people right now that have been in business forever that's still going to check cashing places. And that's a choice.
That's a choice. But at the same time, too, and Ashley, you can chime in a second. Well, when you
can chime in now,
right? Sometimes people don't know, like I said a second ago, what they don't know. Like they don't know that what's the importance of me having a checking account. You're coming from an entrepreneur standpoint.
Yeah, but you know what I've been through.
I know what you've been through. I know what I've been through. But we forget about what little Ricky done been through,
right?
And who he's not been exposed to.
It's called Google nowadays.
Well, no. Here's the thing. Here's the thing. You say it's all about Google, but if I don't even know what to look for, if I don't even know what to Google, you say, what am I Googling?
How do you open a bank account?
Okay, if I don't even know the important, my daddy didn't have a bank. No, my daddy wasn't even around. My mama got 7 kids by 7 different daddies. She ain't got no bank account. So who was to tell me that I?
But you can't tell me that grandma and grandpa, auntie and uncle didn't say.
I just told you who my mama was. Now
Okay, but
where do you think that she came from?
But here's the thing, though. My mother was not a very nurturing mom. You see me, I am very nurturing with my girls.
Right.
Because I saw that I did not want to duplicate the same behavior that I saw growing up.
But now everybody in your family didn't take that same.
I mean, my mom told me that when I was 16 that, if I need to make some money, I could always,
Right.
And I'm like,
you might have
no.
took that advice at certain times in your life.
I didn't take that.
You didn't brought it up.
For the record, I have never stripped or been on a pole.
Okay.
I don't down nobody that stripped or been on a pole. I don't. If that's that didn't count. That was a private session.
Okay. Just want to make sure we.
You're tuned in to Donnie Jones Live with Donnie Jones and Mardy Mcfly. We're gonna have to take a quick break. But this is a great interview with Ashlee with 2 E's, who's actually supposedly interviewing us. But we're going to take a quick break and we'll be right back.
Jones Live, Donnie Jones Live. It's Donnie Jones Live, Donnie Jones Live. It's Donnie Jones Live, Donnie Jones Live.
Hey, this is your girl, Donnie the Tree Lady, owner of Don's Tree Service. Don's Tree Service has been serving the metro Atlanta area for almost 20 years. I'm a certified arborist, and we are fully licensed and insured. Call us at 770-413-TREE. We give free estimates, and we don't charge extra for cleanup. Don's Tree Service, that's 770-413-TREE, or visit us online at donstree.com.
Hey, write this number down, 1-888-470-VAST. That's 1-888-470-VAST. Have you ever thought about having a produced commercial for your next event? Your church anniversary, birthday, family reunion, or if you just need some production work done, VAST Productions can help. We're an audio video production house specializing in making your audio and video dreams come to life. Thinking about a family documentary or a church history story? Call us at 1-888-470-VAST. That's 1-888-470-8278. VAST Productions has over 20 years of production experience, and we're ready to work for you. To get started, just call 1-888-470-VAST. That's 1-888-470-VAST. That's 1-888-470-8278.
Hey, I'm Donnie the Tree Lady, owner of Don's Tree Service and author of From Failure to Fabulous. From Failure to Fabulous is my opportunity to share with you my trials and tribulations of growing a tree service or growing a small business and making it successful by overcoming adversity, and also giving you some tidbits on what you can do on a day-to-day basis to achieve your dreams and be the best that you can be. And you can find us on Amazon. You can go to Donnie Jones Live. Anywhere that books are sold, you should be able to find it.
Now, back to more Donnie Jones Live with Donnie and Mardy McFly.
Donnie Jones Live. It's Donnie Jones Live, Donnie Jones Live. It's Donnie Jones Live, Donnie Jones Live.
And we are back. You are listening to Donnie Jones Live with Donnie Jones and Mardy McFly. And like I told you earlier, we are actually playing you an interview. It's supposed to be an interview, but really it was like more of a conversation with Ashlee with 2 E's.
There is a generational situation of a lack of education.
Right.
You know, if I was counseling a young man the other day who was like, my girlfriend, she don't understand, we got 2 different lives. I walk around with my gun and my 2 clips, and she always walking around with the Bible, and I'm kind of like, why is that normal for you?
Yeah.
Why is that normal for you? Who does that? Why? But because of his environment, who he's been around, his influences.
Right, but his girlfriend is trying to influence him, and he's choosing not to go, oh, yeah, I think let me see why she's saying that,
She's 40 years older than him, so yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
So all that made me.
Okay, you do realize that some of the people you counsel watch you.
They don't watch. I don't tell them. I don't promote. No, I don't tell anybody. No.
Okay, so that brings up.
No, he is the pastor of St. Mark Lutheran.
Why are you gonna bring that up now?
Okay. The reason why we do media and we make connections.
You can just say I'm Mardy McFly on Donnie Jones show with Donnie Jones.
Donnie Jones and Mardy.
He ain't got no other.
We ain't mentioned nothing. This whole thing. We ain't mentioned not one time. Hey, I'm Donnie the Tree Lady, and that is
Mardy McFly. we just jumped right into it.
We'd love for you to check it out. Check us out on iTunes.
I'm actually gonna do a promo in the middle of the show.
I am. That's exactly what I'm doing.
It's taking a break for our sponsors. Right
exactly.
Now.
There we go. Yep. You know how we do. You're a radio guy.
I know.
You know this stuff.
So listening to y'all, it brought up. There's 3 things I want to say. Okay, so it brought up a lot. So Donnie talking about the relative in your family that is wild out there. I have one too. I feel like we all got at least one.
We all do.
It's the black sheep.
I'm
just kidding. Her address, no. I got one who's a cousin. We grew up in the exact same household, exact same family, exact same circumstances.
Right.
But the difference was when she was out on the streets, she was out on the streets. Like when we were at church, she would leave church. You know how you skip and like you said, like we would sit in the back pew with our friends And I dated the pastor's son, so I was already bad for a second. But we was in the back pew, and then my grandma was a mother.
That ain't incense on his shirt right out of smelling. So I'm just
my grandma was a mother, so she always had to sit in the front pew. I was sitting in the back pew. So by the time we all sit down, we sing and praise. I'm out. I'm at the corner store, hanging out, like we leaving. So I get that you grow up in the same household. You got relatives that are like far out there. You don't even know what happened, but their trauma could have been a little different because I don't know what she was exposed to that I wasn't.
And at the same time, your friends that you develop have a big influence on you also. When you get to those high school, junior high schools, and what they talk to you about, that changes from what your parents taught you, what your siblings, because now, okay, is this the norm? I'm saying me and my brother, it seems like we grew up in two different generations,
right?
Because my friends, we listened to Crisscross and all that kind of stuff. Yeah. My brother, his friends, they was listening to Anita Baker or Regina Bell, and it's like,
I love both though. I love both.
Yeah,
probably in between our age.
No, I'm older than you.
You way older than you.
I am not.
But I'm just saying, because of the influence you surround yourself with, you have different responses. So I start wearing clothes with, Crisscross, the thing came out wearing clothes to the back and all that.
I used to sell that merry-go-round.
Oh.
Okay. That was a throwback there. Merry-go-round. Wow. But he never could get into that. Not saying that we were two different people, just the influences that was around us during that time made us different. So you came out headstrong entrepreneur. I like doing trees. I found my niche. You're going for it.
Right.
Me, I found my niche in radio. I love it. Going for it. Right. Other people are still trying to find their niche. They're still trying to find their talent. And some of them don't even know how to find their talent because they cut off their I guess pathway to it. When I started interning for the radio station, it was like 6 of us. 4 of them was like, you know what? I ain't gonna go up there and work for free. No, I ain't gonna do my time. But it was like,
I was taught at an early age, get your foot in the door, even if it's you stepping in and doing something for free.
Yeah.
Whether interning, volunteering someplace, finding a way to get your foot around the environment that you want to be in.
Mm-hmm.
And that was sales and marketing. Go ahead.
Mm-hmm.
No, I was saying that was the second thing I was going to say is I'm glad Marty brought up interning because when I was an intern, I had the same mentality. That's why I stuck out because I was in an intern class of like 20 people.
There you go.
And they only hired one, and guess who it was? So, but the difference was I had always, because of my childhood, and we didn't always have money. We didn't always have the best circumstances. Mm-hmm. I always I always watch like those diary and behind the music things, like documentaries. And like that's what taught me like how even though I was growing up in Washington, I would like listen to rappers like 50 Cent or Russell Simmons or whatever, and I would just get inspired by their story and be like, all right, well, I'm gonna do this because I want this. Not everyone had that drive, right? Because it didn't go without. So like we're in different. Me and Donnie are in like different mindsets than the other people, but we're looking at them like, why don't you know what we know? You know what I mean? Like, why don't you already know that?
And even if they don't know what we know, there's still a path. Even if they want to be the let's say they want to be the manager at their store. That's all they want to do is be the assistant manager or the manager at the store. There's nothing stopping them from going. One of the first things that I was taught was, listen, if you want to be in a certain title, just ask the person, what can I do to get into this position?
Right.
And then one of the first things they might say was be like, you got to, kind of tighten things up with you being there on time, or, you maybe come in a little bit earlier and I'll go over the paperwork with you, or, we don't really have a program right now, but there's another department where they might just start asking questions.
But what's funny? Both of y'all are successful, great, inspirational women.
And you're an inspirational man.
Yeah. And we still have plateaus that we still are trying to reach.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Certain people have already met their plateau with just being where they're at right now. And it's sad.
We're not saying there's anything wrong with that.
It is. Sometimes I'm saying because we say, well, it's okay for you to have low standards. I had a girlfriend in high school, and this is why I broke up with her. I was like, I want to go to college. I want to have a big house. I want to have the picket fence. What do you want? She said, I want a trailer bricked in.
Yeah, that's
I just want a trailer brick den, and that's what her dream was. Yeah, she wanted to work at a factory. Yeah, because that's what her mother did.
But there's nothing wrong with the working at the factory or a trailer brick den. I'm talking about the really bad choices. That's not a bad choice. That's just your ambition is to get a trailer bricked in and have a little job, a decent job. That, to me, if you watch Gary Vee at all, that's success. If you know that's what you want, that is success. Your trailer bricked in, you're good down at Walmart. That's success. I'm talking about JoJo, who keeps getting in and out of jail. Well, high on the weekend, don't take care of his children, don't pay child support. Or that girl on her, like you said, 7 kids from their baby daddies.
Right.
We don't necessarily have to have kids with no father. So we can choose who we kick it with and who we don't.
Sometimes we got to look at JoJo too. You know, he might have had those 2 mess ups when he was 2 or 3 mess ups when he was younger at 20 or 15 or whatever. Maybe got a girl pregnant, 2 of them pregnant. Now they got child support on him, right? Yeah. And now they got child support on him. So every check that he make, because he didn't get an education, so he's working at McDonald's and they taking most of his check. Right. And if he don't pay that, they're gonna cancel his license too. Right. You know, and so he is happy to just that I make it through this month, and if I can make a little bit of hustle on the side, then I'm gonna try to make a hustle on the side. Now, what can I do to get past this? I'm just giving you the actual mentality of these people, because a lot of times they are when they wake up, they realize they're so far behind. You know, and it's like trying to come back. Well, I can't send my kids back. I got 7 of them, and I'm going to be paying child support. You know,
there's a comedian.
How do I get out?
We were trying to get him on our show. You were telling me about him. He got like 8 kids. No, this is a young cat. One of the things that drove him, and he's like a hot comedian now.
Oh yeah,
and he's from Georgia. He got really big online. You might know who I'm talking about. He's a young cat, but he's got like 7 or 8 kids. But he said them taking his money. No, it's not Cat Williams, but he's a younger guy. And he's got 7 or 8 kids. And he said the thing that drove him was the fact that he had all these kids. And he finally was like, okay, I got to take care of my kids. Yeah. And so he became really big in the comic game. And he started off as a clean comic. Then he did a little dirty comedy. And then he went back to clean because he could book more gigs and stuff. Getting known.
African American?
Dude, let me see.
Is he? Because I was thinking of, I know it's not DC Young Fly because he only has 1 kid.
Oh, this guy like 8 kids.
There's Country Wayne, but I don't know if he has
kids. That's him.
That's him? Okay.
Oh, see, I'm still stuck on Little Wayne.
Okay.
Wayne.
Yes, he's so funny. I thought you were trying to get him on our show.
No, I was trying to get the dude to die.
Oh. Well, I guess he can't be on the show.
No.
Rest in peace, bro.
He got double booked. Yeah,
you know,
wasn't available.
And by the way, guys, thank you for listening to Ashlee on the air. By the way, Ashlee, with 2 E's, we love you, girl. You're awesome.
Yes, and check out her
thank y'all.
Instagram. Yes, check out Ashlee's Facebook.
She got some stuff. She had me binge watching the other day.
I know.
Hey, we're gonna have to take a quick pause, real quick. We're gonna come right back with some more Donnie Jones Live with Donnie Jones and Marty McFly.
Hey, this is your girl, Donnie the Tree Lady, owner of Don's Tree Service. Don's Tree Service has been serving the metro Atlanta area for almost 20 years. I'm a certified arborist, and we are fully licensed and insured. Call us at 770-413-TREE. We give free estimates, and we don't charge extra for cleanup. Don's Tree Service, that's 770-413-TREE, or visit us online at donstree.com.
It's not too late to file your taxes. Don't be afraid to file, even if you feel you may owe, because this may not be so. Allow TrueTax to give you a free estimated quote based on minimum information required on our app. Please download the TrueTax app from Google Play and follow the prompts and choose Killeen, Texas as your preferred location. Remember to call Sunny at 254-304-9416. TrueTax and Credit Solutions, always true to price and service. When you file with us, you will receive a free credit profile cleanup and a free 1-document notary service. Thank you.
First, people got sick and I couldn't go to school. Then another police shooting. My mom and dad were upset. It seemed like they were losing hope. But then I told them, don't worry, there's still hope.
Manna Publishing presents the House of Hope Story and Coloring Activity Book. It's 44 pages of inspiration with coloring activities to calm your mind and redirect your attention. Children and adults can use this tool to relax, focus, and best of all, be inspired to find hope. Get your copy today at mannapublishing.com.
Now, back to more Donnie Jones Live with Donnie and Mardy McFly.
Donnie Jones Live. It's Donnie Jones Live. Donnie Jones Live. It's Donnie Jones Live. Donnie Jones Live.
Right now, you're listening to one incredible radio station, the one right now that you're listening to, with Donnie Jones and Mardy McFly. And like I said earlier, right now you're listening to an interview that we did with a great friend of ours named Ashlee with 2 E's. And like I said, it was so interesting that we wanted to share it with you. So we're going to get right back into it, okay? All right.
My dad, okay, when I was a kid, he used to tell me, and for those of you that have followed me at all on social media, you know that I got issues with my dad, but I let it go and love and peace and all that stuff. But one thing he always said to me was, Donnie, I don't want nothing from the government. I just want to be able to go out and get mine. That's it. I want to handle my business and go out and get mine. I don't want nothing from the government. Actually, he didn't even call it the government. He used to call it the
man.
Yeah.
Man, yeah.
But he used the white.
Yeah.
So I grew up with that mentality that in my mind, nobody's going to do anything for me. I grew up with that mentality. Now, can I be honest and say that when I worked hard and tried to make moves, all of a sudden things would just start to happen and I would attract certain breaks to come my way, or somebody would see me working really hard and saw that, maybe, they'd seen a few of my trucks and didn't know why I didn't come to them for a truck. And then I came to them and said, well, the reason why I never came to you all for a truck is because when I first started, you guys always kind of declined out my applications and stuff. And he's like, well, man, I've seen you guys forever. Come in and I'll talk to the guys and see what we can do to make something happen, and I'm like, but they saw me doing something first before I got, hey, let me help you with that. Mm-hmm. And so I really think that when you get out there and get your hustle on, you make your own breaks.
I agree with that too.
But
that's not the question she asked though.
And I agree with you. I agree 100% what you're saying. Because
going back to our community,
yes,
we're not going to do anything. Nobody. Yes, I believe in reparations. Should we have reparations? Absolutely. Will we get them? Maybe one day. But for right now, we need to go take care of our community. We cannot wait for the government to do it, our cities to do it. We've got to start doing it. We spend more than 88% of our disposable income, and it does not circulate in our community. Asian people, their money circulates in their community 8 times before it leaves their community.
I believe that. And see, that's the area where I have the issues and little things like that at. Mm-hmm. Because I agree with you. We have to do things for ourselves. We can't just rely on other people or the government to take care of us. We have to, do our own, work. However, I do have.
And yes, the caveat before he says whatever he's going to say. Yes, I know we built this country. Mm-hmm. This country owes us.
Yeah.
But how long are we going to sit? First of all, I'm going to work really hard and hope that money comes to us. Mm-hmm. Yeah, but at the same token, I'm going to go out and get mine right now.
Yeah. Okay. So okay. Come on. So here's what I'm saying. I agree with all of that. However, I have a problem with when I go to my person of color business and they give me less service on a regular basis, and then I'm supposed to still go back to them because they're in their community.
I'm gonna get him some wood chips, okay?
I hadn't even talked about the tree company black that ain't serviced me in
that is months. Not true.
Yeah, I'm sorry. This is
by the
promotion.
way, we give out free wood chips. So if you're in the Atlanta area and you want some wood chips, we give out free wood chips.
That's fake news.
That's
fake news.
We go get this man some free wood
chips. Yeah. But no, I have an issue with that. Because I love to support black-owned businesses. Each time they either try to overprice.
That's not true.
Okay, in my experience,
that's not true.
How you gonna tell me my experience ain't true?
Because there's a lot of good.
Wait. How you gonna tell me my experience isn't true?
You said most of the time, and that's not true.
It is most of the time. But if you don't shop in my neighborhood,
I do. You can't even try it because I know what neighborhood you actually live in. He be acting hard and stuff like that. The thing. They got little bunnies.
Marty, you be fronting zip codes? You be fronting zip codes?
No. See, where I live at and where I shop at is different. You see,
okay.
Where my church is and where I shop at is people that are struggling and people that need help and need services and stuff. Like tree services around here.
We do a lot of work in East Point.
I know because y'all pry on these people. But anyway,
that is not true.
But what I'm saying is,
no, our tagline is we serve the underserved. So call Don's Tree Service. Go ahead. 770-413-8733.
Okay. Mechanic shops. It takes them for some reason a lot longer to give you your car back. Because they always got well, I didn't get to it today, but can I get to it tomorrow? Let me call you back a little bit later on. Or they say they're going to show up today and then you don't get a phone call and then they'll come and service you the next day. Or they just pop up to your house like, oh, you didn't know we was coming today?
Okay.
Didn't anybody call me?
Can I tell you why that's a problem with what you're saying?
Why?
Because we have to go in with the same expectations that we would if we were going into somebody else's business.
Right.
When
and you hold them accountable.
Exactly. But you still do business with people that be like, oh, dude, let me, you know what? Go ahead and text me your address. I'm gonna see if one of my boys can drop me off of there. And if I can get the car started, then I'll go ahead. And if not, maybe we could just push it down the road. And if you could just put me $50 or $100 cash at me so I can put some gas in my car. When you start a relationship off like that, that ain't the right business. That's not a black business person. That's just some dude doing a mechanic's hustle. But when you go into, there's a gentleman, his name is Anthony Drummer. He owns Drummer Imports over in Decatur, one of the most pristine, top of the line, mechanic shop servicing high-end Mercedes, BMW, Jaguar, all of that, but primarily Mercedes up there right in our community.
Right. In
our community,
like
in Decatur.
That guy in our community that sells, this is a guy here in Atlanta that sells some really good soul food, all right, soul food, but he is predominantly in black neighborhoods and he overprices.
That is not overpriced. I love him and I plan on
$10 for some cabbage.
It's not $10.
Yeah, for cabbage.
It is one of the premier. Yeah. I'm not even gonna say their name because they're one of my friends, and they literally just called me last week because there's some stuff that they want done at their properties.
See, and this is how politics works. This is how politics work, okay? What? Because they about to give us some work. We're not going to say anything about those people in Georgia. They're amazing.
Isn't their food good?
It's not.
It's amazing.
It's good, but not for the price that it's.
Have you been in there?
Yes, that's why I know it's $10 for some cabbage.
If you're getting something catered, yes.
No, that was just that was lunch. That was lunch. They overpriced, but they service our African American neighborhood. You don't see them up in your or any of them in your neighborhood. Okay, yes. So that's exactly what we're talking about.
Because they're just like me. They serve the underserved.
In
other words, they.
Okay.
So I'm saying he's talking about a black company that is a premier.
You go to a black-owned smoothie shop?
Are there some that are brick and mortar? I know a lot that are like mobile or like trucks.
There's one in Lithonia right now that is amazing, right next door to the Panera Bread off of.
And I want to make sure I'm saying this too.
Thompson Mill.
I am not saying that all black businesses are bad. I'm not saying nothing like that.
A friend of mine.
What I'm saying is,
best friend owns a Subway.
Oh, a franchisee. Okay.
Yeah.
Very successful.
Yes, she is.
A real
person of.
You got to answer it.
I mean, she looks like you, but you're black, so.
Hey, my mama could have lied. I don't know. I want to make sure that nobody gets the wrong impression of what I'm saying. I'm not saying that all black businesses are. Oh no, I know we ain't going. But I'm not saying that they're bad, and I don't support it because I really do. I do my best, even in the city that I live in. They do have a lot of restaurants in downtown. I live in Douglasville, Georgia, right on the cuffs of Atlanta.
Like you said, bunnies running around his yard.
Whatever, because we hunt.
My neighborhood.
But at the same time,
he's telling on himself.
For a sermon, I can tell you don't listen. That was my sermon last week when the devil.
All you needed me to do was share it. Okay, yeah. I shared and liked.
But what I'm saying is this black-owned restaurant that I really enjoyed the food. Yeah. The service there was so under par, the rate that it's like, I want to support you because the ambiance, the food is good, but your level of service is way below bar.
But there's white companies that have that type of problem also. There's
and the thing is, I'm saying is I don't go there either.
Okay, good. I'm saying in Atlanta, especially Atlanta, there are some premier African American businesses that are changing the game for whatever their industry they're in. And you can go to, and I'm not even, I don't own Black CEO. I'm not, I'm in their Facebook group. But if you go to blackceo.com, this man is stellar, and he's always pointing people in the direction of black businesses that are in Atlanta.
That
would be a good idea.
Why don't you call?
So, but what I'm saying is that we've got to stop doing this to each other. For example, if there was a negative experience with African American company, don't say that on the air.
But that's the truth. I'm saying I'd rather tell somebody the truth versus try to sugarcoat it like, no, everything is great.
No,
like,
have you talked to the manager and said, hey, this would be
that manager that day at I don't want to say their name, but it was
don't say their name.
But I did talk to the manager because I wanted to do a show and an interview with him, and I was just saying one of the few things. And my wife did a blog about it, saying I love the restaurant, but the service was under par. Okay. So we do kind of give back in that nature. So I do.
So your wife do a blog criticizing it, but you want them to be on the show. Yeah, that's gonna work.
They don't they don't read her blogs either. I'm just, but no, I like to be real. Like, it was a Jamaican restaurant, little
no, don't say the name.
Well, they ain't gonna be
only
a sponsor.
if it's good.
No,
only
if it's good. They were broke.
And there's a lot of great Jamaican restaurants in Atlanta.
Yes, it is. But I was like, okay, why don't y'all serve water with ice? That's a pet peeve of mine. You know,
it's funny. This is crazy.
I know, me and you went out and I'll shoot them out about that.
I love water with no ice. I don't like ice with my water.
In my neighborhood,
oh my God,
we like cold beverages. We drink sweet tea. Not
I don't like sweet tea.
Cold.
Right.
Can you drink sweet tea warm? I can't drink it like that.
I don't like sweet tea.
Well, you call it tidy, and you put a little kick in that. When you gotta, you make the hot.
You gotta clear your throat. Yeah.
People put peppermint in there, honey in it, and then a little bit of Crown Royal, or whatever but it cleans you up. Yeah, there we go.
This duo, this banter, you can catch every. How often do y'all upload? Once a week? How often?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. But they can go back to YouTube and catch some of our old shows. But we would love it if they would go on, like, share, subscribe. Yes. Our goal is to get over 25 people. It's awesome. I'm just kidding. Yep.
But go like and subscribe. Donnie Jones and Marty McFly. Donnie Jones Live.
Because we'd love to hear what you.
Yes, we would love to hear what you got to say, either good or bad. And if you agree or disagree, just
that's right.
Just leave a comment down below. Just let us know. But one more time, and I hope do we have one scheduled for next month? Are we going to continue this?
Yeah, I'm down with it. Yeah.
Okay, I'm down too.
Yes.
Where can they find both of y'all on social media other than YouTube?
Donnie Jones Live on Instagram, Facebook. Yep. Donnie Jones on Facebook. You can find him at Marty McFly.
Marty Ringer. I'm is Ashlee with 2 E's? It's Marty with the D.
Yes.
If you Marty with a D, you're gonna find me.
And if you spell Donnie with just an I, Doni, 4 letters, Doni, you'll find me.
You've been listening to Donnie Jones Live with Donnie Jones and Marty McFly. And you know what? If you enjoyed the show, you want to make a comment about anything, hit us up at 1-888-349-DONNIE. That's 1-888-349-DONI. Or you can also send us an email at DonnieJonesLive@gmail.com. We'll check you out and see you next week.
Donnie Jones Live, Donnie Jones Live. It's Donnie Jones Live, Donnie Jones Live. It's Donnie Jones Live, Donnie Jones Live.
Hey, this is your girl, Donnie the Tree Lady, owner of Don's Tree Service. Don's Tree Service has been serving the metro Atlanta area for almost 20 years. I'm a certified arborist, and we are fully licensed and insured. Call us at 770-413-TREE. We give free estimates, and we don't charge extra for cleanup. Don's Tree Service, that's 770-413-TREE, or visit us online at donstree.com.
Hey, write this number down, 1-888-470-VAST. That's 1-888-470-VAST. Have you ever thought about having a produced commercial for your next event, your church anniversary, birthday, family reunion, or if you just need some production work done? VAST Productions can help. We're an audio video production house specializing in making your audio and video dreams come to life. Thinking about a family documentary or a church history story? Call us at 1-888-470-VAST. That's 1-888-470-8278. VAST Productions has over 20 years of production experience, and we're ready to work for you. To get started, just call 1-888-470-VAST. That's 1-888-470-VAST. That's 1-888-470-8278.
Hey, I'm Donnie the Tree Lady, owner of Don's Tree Service and author of From Failure to Fabulous. From Failure to Fabulous is my opportunity to share with you my trials and tribulations of growing a tree service or growing a small business and making it successful by overcoming adversity, and also giving you some tidbits on what you can do on a day-to-day basis to achieve your dreams and be the best that you can be. And you can find us on Amazon. You can go to Donnie Jones Live. Anywhere that books are sold, you should be able to find us.